this is not my husband, this is not my man, and I'm not about to allow this man to block my blessings or allow bad karma to come to me, because now that I'm aware that he is married. The Next Door Podcast. Welcome back to the Next Door Podcast. I am Bestie Next Door, and I'm like your bestie next door. If you like your tea to be extra, extra sweet, then this place is not for you, because we like our tea to be sweet and bitter. Sweet enough that it goes down, bitter enough to wake us up. Now, guys, today I don't have no extra drinks. I don't want sugar or anything like that. I kind of just want to keep it with water. So I got my Fiji water. I got 2 Fiji waters, because you know what? I'm probably going to be thirsty. I'm probably going to get heated. It's probably going to get crazy on this live, right? Because, again, today's topic, we're talking about dating married men. And the reason why I decided to pick this topic is because someone actually asked me to talk about it. And I feel like it's an interesting topic. I feel like it's really interesting. You get what I'm saying? Like, it's an interesting topic. I feel like a lot of girls, not a lot, I don't want to say a lot of girls, but I feel like women do experience this type of thing. So let's get in there. Now, personally, right, there's 2 things when it comes to dating a married man, and I'm going to be very unbiased, because you guys know I'm a wife, so I'm going to be very unbiased when I'm saying these things to you. I'm saying it from a bestie next door perspective. I'm not trying to make anyone feel bad. Nobody should feel bad, because shit really does happen, but I'm going to keep it 100% real with you, right? There's 2 types of men. There are men that are upfront with you, that will tell you, I'm married, straight up, will tell you that I'm married, whatever the case may be. He gives you the option to leave or to stay, right? And some girls decide to stay because they don't want a committed relationship, and that's okay. It's up to you. It's really up to you as a woman. What do you want? Now, we have the second type of guy. We have the type of guy that is married and hides it, and that's the worst type of guy to deal with. You know why it's the worst type of guy to deal with? Because he is going to make sure that you are as emotionally, mentally invested. So when you do find out, it's going to be hard for you to leave. So now, what do you do in that type of situation? That's why I always say that before even giving your body or giving a guy your whole energy or your mental, emotional body, everything, you need to solidify and know who he is and know what he's going to provide in your life. Because I'm telling you right now, married men have a way of making, especially you as a single woman, because you got to also think about this, and I'm going to be very real with you. You as a woman that's dating a married man, you got to think of the karma, because there's 2 sides to it. It's one side of, okay, well, I don't have to be committed to him, and I don't have to deal with the whole drama his wife got to deal with. I want to get what I want, and I want to leave. And there's the other side where karma. You have to understand that everything in life is karma. You get what I'm saying? Good and bad. There's good and bad karma. Everything doesn't have to be necessarily bad karma, but there's good and bad karma. Now, when you are dealing with a guy that lied to you about being married, right? Most women end up staying in that type of situation because they're so emotionally and mentally and physically invested. And I want to, before I even explain more about that, the worst thing is to even get pregnant by a married man. That's one of the worst. That's an abomination. You shouldn't even think about, when it comes to dealing with a married man, you shouldn't even be thinking about having his kids. You shouldn't even be thinking about none of that. You get what I'm saying? It's either 2 things. It's either he tells you he's married and you want to walk away, or you decide to say, okay, you know what? I'm only going to deal with him for a month to see what he can offer me, like physical stuff, like can he pay my bills or can he give me some money, and I'm going to cut him off. Because again, married men have a way of lying to single women. They have a way of lying of lying to you to make you feel like, oh my God, you're the only person. Because married men already knows what a woman wants to hear, especially you that's single. And it's so crazy because married men have a way of always telling single women what they want to hear, which causes them to fall deeply in love with them. And that's where you don't want to be. So if you are in the category of finding out that, damn, this guy is married, and let's say before even finding out he was doing a lot for you, your best option and your best bet is to cut that man off. I'm telling you, because no matter what he tells you about his so-so wife that he's going to leave, he's never going to leave her. So the best thing you can do is cut that man off. Just cut him off. Once you get a few, whatever the few things you want to get from him, you cut him off. I don't really suggest you to deal with a married man in all, because there's so many single guys that can do more for you. But if that is your situation, and if that that does happen, you have to think logically. You can't be thinking like, oh, well, he's always spending more time with me and this and that. Don't have that in your mind. Always have in your mind, like, just like how I say with older guys, always have in your mind, like, yo, I want to get this and I want to go. I'm not trying to be in no drama, because at the end of the day, a married man will still go and spend money on a stripper regardless. You get what I'm saying? Men will be men. Men are always going to be men. Now, we have men that are separated from their wife, like separated, maybe going through a divorce. That's a different ballgame, because he's basically about to be single, so that's different. You're not really interfering or affecting the relationship between him and his wife, because he's already breaking up from his wife. So that's already different. You already know that, okay, this guy is someone I could potentially marry after, the whole divorce is finalized. But if he's actively married and he's actively married, sis, run. He's just playing. He's going to tell you what you want to hear, because a man will always want to have his cake and eat it too. And I'm going to just tell you the truth now. A man will always want to have his cake and eat it too. So married man, once you find out he's married, run. Just run, because you're going to find yourself being so delusional. I'm telling you. A married man will tell you all the lies in the world, get in your head, and you're going to find yourself becoming so delusional to the point where you're like, oh my God, I thought he was going to leave his wife for me, which is never going to happen. You get what I'm saying? And these are the things that really happen. I know some people may feel uncomfortable about me talking about this, but I have to talk about things that we women really actually go through, because these are things that girls go through. Whether people like it or not, these are things that women do go through. You get what I'm saying? And you got to also think about it like this sometimes too. Like sometimes you may feel selfish, like, oh, you know what? I want to deal with him. I want to do this. I want to do that. But you got to think about, what if you were his wife too? One day you're going to be a wife as well. And you wouldn't want that to happen to you as well. So you got to also think, there's so many things to think about. That's why I say what I say about, girls in general. Like you guys know, I'm in my late 20s, right? I have a lot of experience. I have a lot of experience. I have a decent amount of experience. That's why I feel like you can always find what you want. You don't have to ruin someone else's relationship in order for you to get the physical things you want from a man. You don't have to. You don't have to say, oh, I only date married men because I know I don't have to be committed and, they buy me the most things. There's so many single guys you don't have to be committed to and get them to spend the same amount. What is your karma? What karma are you willing to face? Because remember, there's good and there's bad karma. And you got to hope and pray that bitch is beautiful. Hello. Let me drink my little water. Hello. Because, man, listen, I've heard it. I've heard it so much. I've heard it so many times about, girls writing me talking about, they're having an affair with a married man and this and that and the third and blah, 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 blah. And, I'm never biased to it because it happens. It's so common to me that it doesn't make me look at a girl a certain kind of way if she tells me that she's in love with a married man. It doesn't make me look at her any kind of way. I just know that if a man tells you up front that he's married, the best thing you can do is run, because what he's going to do is he's going to manipulate you to make you become delusional and get stuck in that situation. Now he's going to make you feel like, oh, he loves you. Realistically, if he loves you so much, then why isn't he not in the process of divorcing his wife to be with you? Some men do that. But however, think of the karma. Think of the karma, because remember, how you get them is how you lose them. Hello. We don't understand how married men can feel so confident and so comfortable just going after single women, trying to, shorten their future. And what I mean by shorten their future is ruin the possibilities of them finding someone that they can actually marry to. Because you know what messes me up is most single women that end up dating a married man ends up being so loyal. It pisses me off. Like how can you as a single woman think to yourself that, okay, well, I'm dating this married man and you're loyal to him? How it doesn't make sense. That never made sense to me. Like, the man is married and you fell in love with him and you're being loyal. How are you being loyal to a married man? It doesn't even make sense. You get what I'm saying? Like, you'll find single girls not being loyal to their single boyfriend, but you'll find a single girl being loyal to a married man. Like, make it make sense. That's what I'm talking about with married men knowing how to make you delusional, because you start becoming delusional. You start be thinking, oh, I'm the wife. You're delusional. You get delusional. You get what I'm saying? It makes no sense. Don't allow a married man to waste your time, and don't allow a married man to block your blessings from you potentially finding your husband. You get what I'm saying? It is wild. It's wild. It's wild. Girls be getting so delusional with this husband and with this husband thing. Some girls will even go as far as getting pregnant and keeping the child, and then being upset that the husband does not want to leave his wife for you. It's so delusional. It gets to a level of delusion. I don't know if married men have like a juju or a voodoo that they use on single women, but you gotta run. Take your sandals, dust them off, and run. Once he tell you he's married, run. If you end up in a situation where you find that he didn't tell you from the beginning and you kind of got emotionally invested, you have to use your brain. At this point, it's head over heart. You can't be using your heart in this matter like, oh my God, I really like him. He's always talking to me. Sis, you got to sit there, suck it up. Like, you know what? This is not my husband. This is not my man. And I'm not about to allow this man to block my blessings or allow bad karma to come to me, because now that I'm aware that he is married, I got to go. I just got to go. Because what you're getting from a married man, you can also get from a single man as well. So why even, and then the funny thing about it is that, you know what pisses me off about married men too? What they do is they play games. They start playing fucking games. It's like, how are you playing games and you married, sir? You're married and you're playing games. You're married and you're mad at me and you want me as the girl that's the side to be loyal to you. You're sitting there saying, oh, you shouldn't be talking to no guys. You shouldn't be doing this. But sir, you're not even loyal to your wife. So why would you expect me as a side girl to be loyal to you? Exactly. Getting married, getting pregnant for a married man is such a huge loss. Well, how do you explain that? The audacity is, you know what? It's not even the audacity. It's the delusional. Delulu. You got to be a delusional woman to sit there and think to yourself that you're dating a married man and you want to be loyal to him. You're delusional. You're at the highest level of delusion, because you couldn't be loyal to your single boyfriend, but you could be loyal to a married man that's not even loyal to you, and you're allowing that married man to control you and tell you, oh, you shouldn't be talking to no guys, or you shouldn't go here, you shouldn't go there. Girl, Delulu. It's given delusional. So I just wanted to touch that topic today. That's the ending of that topic. I just want to touch that topic because somebody asked me to discuss, dating a married man, and I don't want it to, I'm not trying to attack anybody. I want you guys to understand something. I'm not attacking anybody for dating a married man. I'm just telling you as it is, like your bestie next door. Like, if you was to call me on the phone, this is exactly what I would tell you on the phone as a homegirl. Like, girl, look, you got what you got. Even though, yeah, you didn't know from the beginning that he was married, but you got what you got from him, girl, you better run. I don't care how much you like him, you better run. This is exactly what I would say to somebody in real life. So I'm not judging, because things do happen, but falling in love with a married man and having a kid for a married man is wild. It's just wild. It's a crazy level of delusion. And you as a single woman, you are ruining your chances and your opportunities of finding your own husband by doing that. So you got to also think about that as well. Celebrity Pretty Lee said, no, they need attacked. They need to feel attacked. Frenchie says, I like them married because I don't want commitment. I understand that. That's another way of looking at it. But you don't want commitment, but then you're going to be loyal to him in the end. And there's so many single guys that you can go for and date that you don't have to offer commitment. Commitment is a choice, sis. So don't use the excuse of, because he's married, I don't have to be committed to him. You don't have to be committed to any guy. You really don't have to. It's the choice. You make the choice. Remember, everything in life is a choice. So even if you're dating a single guy right now, you don't have to be committed to him. It's your choice to be committed to him. It's your choice. Someone said I'm in 5 years and I hate being hidden. You get what I'm saying? Like, now you got to be hidden. You got to hide. Now, if you want to find a new husband or you want to date somebody else, you ruin that opportunity because now you stuck in this dirty ass mud with this married man. Like, no. You get what I'm saying? At least you got a home. On the bright side, you got a home and everything. But, now, do you want to be married? Do you want to have a husband? Are you looking to be in a serious relationship with a man that's committed to you? Or did that guy traumatize you so much that you're afraid of marriage and commitment? When is the testing phase done? The testing phase is done the moment he stopped applying pressure. Because from the beginning, if a man really wants you, he's going to be applying pressure from the beginning. You get what I'm saying? The moment he start acting, you know how some guys, like, after like a month or so, they start doing the hot and cold thing. The moment he start doing all that hot and cold, he start acting like Casper. He's appearing, reappearing, he's disappearing, talking about he had this going on. Sis, next caller. Simple as that. Because you know how these guys get. You get what I'm saying? He ghosted me for 10 plus hours yesterday and this morning. He said he was dealing with stuff. I cut him off. Yeah, what stuff could you be dealing with for 10 plus hours? Girl, he was dropping it off in somebody else's drawers. Simple as that. Any man that could go 10 plus hours to not even text you once, he was dropping off in somebody else's drawers. Simple as that. Okay, so, Alyssa says, what if he is single and said he wants to be with me, but he is still cold? Okay, actions speak louder than words, right? You see, one thing women got to understand is this. You can't go by what a man say. You got to go by what he do. Stop allowing the men to tell you what they're going to do and not do it. Deal with the men that are doing. So whatever man that is doing and doing what he's supposed to, that's the guy you believe. But the guy that's just talking, he's clearly just talking because he wants to get in your pants. He clearly wants to talk to manipulate you, to drop it off in your drawers. My husband mistress was faithful to him for 8 years. She came up to me. What? Your husband mistress? That's wild. She said, my husband mistress was loyal to him for 8 years. Being loyal to him for 8 years is wild. That's wild. To be faithful to a married man is the highest level of delusion. I will keep saying it and I will always say it. That's really delusional. These wives need to keep their dogs on a leash. They're out here hounding single women. You can't. You know what I've realized in life, and I watched the movie, and it made me have so much clarity on just relationship and dating as well. The more you understand that you can't control nobody, is the more peaceful you'll be. Like, I feel like that's where a lot of problems in relationship happen, is when one party tries to control the other party. Like, you can't control nobody. You have to see what they would do. And I've learned that. Like, it took me time, because I feel like in most of my past relationships, I used to always want to control the guy, like control him. And the more you try to control a guy and suffocate him, is the more he's going to do it. He's going to want to do it more. So I don't even think that the wives are not controlling their husband. I don't think that. I think that they're controlling them too much that they want to do it anyway. Because it's almost like this. If you're accusing me of cheating on you all the time, I might as well fucking do it. Like, you know what I'm saying? Like, you're accusing me all the time. You're hounding me. You're so focused on what I'm doing. So I might as well fucking do it. You get what I'm saying? So that's how I feel like when it comes to, like, relationships and marriage, because marriage is also a form of relationship anyway. I don't think marriage is one high pedestal. I think that you have to understand that you can't control no one. You have to let people be. Let them do what they want to do. Control yourself. By a princess. I can't remember the movie. It was like a movie where I think it was like a lady. She was Caribbean. She was like, it was an island or whatever. She was in the Caribbean, and she was telling another woman that, you can't control a man. You can't control nobody. You can only control how you feel and how you move. And when she said that, I thought about it. I'm like, yo, that is true. Because us women, we always try to control our man. But when you think about it, if you let your man, just think about, all right, boom, right? I'm gonna give you guys a good example. Think about the time, for some people, the legal age to drink is 21, while others is 18, right? Think about how exciting it was to drink before you were 18, 21. It was so exciting. Like, you wanted to drink, you couldn't wait. You wanted to get pissy drunk. But by the time you're able to drink, it's not fun no more. It's like, all right, I could drink now. I could go to the alcohol store. I could go buy alcohol. I could drink. It's not really exciting anymore. So think of it like that. You get what I'm saying? So I'm using that as an example as far as control. Like, let's say you don't control your man. Like, you just be like, whatever. You're more focused on you and what you want to do, and even who you talk to. It's like he's probably not likely going to be too, looking at other women too much, hounding them. But if you're like on your husband, like, oh, where were you? What were you doing? You were this, you're that. The nagging alone can make him do a lot. You get what I'm saying? But if you're like not focused on him, focused on you, you looking pretty. Because remember, I want you guys to remember this. And I want you guys to not forget this, right? As your husband or boyfriend, quote, quote, is looking at other girls or trying to talk to other girls or other women, as you're focused on yourself looking good, there's going to be other men that are looking at you. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like women are so focused on the wrong thing. So the more you're focused on yourself and how good you look, you'll realize, like, oh my God, this guy want to take me on a date. You're not going to be here for that long anyway. Because I actually want to make some videos to respond to some stupid ass comments. Because I got some people in the comment section talking real crazy. And I feel like I need to respond in videos so they know that I'm really like that. No, because if you guys watch my last video, y'all see that some girls are arguing with me about saying that you're dating older men. This one man is saying I'm jealous. Why would I be jealous? Why would I be jealous of you dating? You got retired old sperm coming in you, and why would I be jealous of that? Like, what's there to be jealous of? Like, you know what I'm saying? Okay, I find that when I go out with my man, I have all type of women being extra as fuck. I sit back and like, yo, princess, that be happening to me too. That happens to me too. I swear to God, that happens to me too. And you know what I do? I just look at them. I'm like, you can't have him even if you wanted to. Because, bitch, I look better than you. I look better than you. My vibe is better. You can't have him if you wanted to. You could do all that extra stuff. No, it's not giving that. I don't even, you know what's funny? I don't even get upset. I just start laughing because the worst thing to do is get upset at another girl and because she's being extra. You can't get upset at her. You can't get upset. I'm like, girl, if you like, you could sit here, do twirls, cartwheels, do black flips. You're not impressing him. Okay, I have a question. Currently, I'm not financially stable. Okay. Currently, you're not financially stable. Okay. He changes when I know I don't have money. Why would you let him know you don't have money? You never ever. I'll punch you in the throat. Girl, I'll punch you in the throat. You never, ever, 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 ever let a man know you don't have money. Even though you can ask him for help, but you never sit there and open your mouth and say, I'm broke. You never. I'll punch you in the throat. I'll punch you in the throat. I'm telling you right now. Because they will play in your face. You always gotta, that's what, you know what I'm saying? I've learned this too. Like, you always gotta keep up this image of, even though you don't have, just be confident and know that you're gonna have. You get what I'm saying? But don't sit there and be like, oh, I'm broke. I only have, I hate when girls do this. And I'm gonna give you the game right now. You know, you guys know I always got some jewels. I got some jewels for y'all. Don't be the type of female to sit there and have a pity party. Don't do that. That shit never works. I promise you. Listen, in my early 20s, I've tried it multiple times. Oh, thank you for the hat. I've tried it multiple times. That shit do not work. It's one thing to ask for what you want, right? Because it's two things. It's one thing to ask for what you want. It's one thing to make him feel pity. Don't ever make a man feel pity. Don't make him ever feel like, oh, he has to pity you. He shouldn't want to give you pity money. He should want to give you money because he likes you and he wants to be there for you. Period. Because you trying to be, oh, my mom left me when I was 2 and I don't have no family anymore and I'm homeless. And, the first thing he's going to think to himself like, whoa, this girl got too much baggage. All because, and mind you, most of the girls that do that, they want to collect probably $300 or $400. Something so tiny. Something so freaking tiny. So don't sit there and have that pity party. Hills, the guide to level up in seduction, the link is in my bio. I forgot to even say that in the beginning of this damn episode. But yes, the guide to level up in seduction, the link is in my bio. There's so many other books that I didn't write personally, like Sugar Daddy Playbook, How to Ask a Man for Money, Guide to Getting Wifed Up. I wrote the High Value Woman Workbook, the High Value Woman Audiobook. The Guide to Level Up in Seduction is both ebook and audio. So the audio part, it teaches you more on seduction. Right? The audio part teaches you more on seduction, how to be seductive to a man, to get a man to do what you want without having to lay down with him. That's what the seduction part teaches you. And the ebook part is more about leveling up wardrobe, mindset, emotionally. That's what the ebook part is. The ebook is probably 120 something pages long. It's 120 plus pages long, right? Okay, so let me just finish what I was saying before, prior to just talking about that. But don't ever have that pity party. You should never let a man know too much of your history. And what I mean by that is this. You should never be like, oh, my father left me when I was 5 years old. And my mother, she comes from a poor background. My account is negative. I don't have anywhere to stay. My aunt just threw me out. That's too much. That's too fucking much. Remember what I always tell you guys. Packaging. Packaging is so important. Yes, you can ask for what you want, but you don't need to throw a whole pity party. Because you know what? I seen one girl, she wrote me, and we were talking, right? And she had showed me, and this is a while ago. This is almost last year. She had shown me the conversation that she had with a guy. And based on the conversation with her, saying, oh, she just lost her job. She was like, oh my God, I just lost my job. I just did this. My mom just threw me out. And the guy was like, oh, that's crazy. And then I'm like, girl, you don't have to tell him all your personal business. You shouldn't make him feel like you're at the lowest point of your life. Because if you're at the lowest point of your life is when I feel like a man would want to step you down more. You get what I'm saying? He will want to use you as a stairs. You don't have to tell him all that information. If he really likes you, he should be giving you money regardless. You get what I'm saying? Regardless. But you don't have to give up all that. Oh, my mom left me when I was 2. My father left me when I was 3. I don't have any. No. No, absolutely not. Absolutely not. I don't think it's necessary to do all of that. It's not necessary. I learned that too as well. It doesn't work. And it usually never works when you do that. But let me open up for you guys. Sorry, let me read the comments. When can you start asking a man for money after your first date? It all depends on, it really all depends on when he start asking you for the cookie. Period. How do I attract a rich guy on IG? Okay, this is a good question. How do I attract a rich guy on IG? See, the way you are online and the way you are offline needs to match. So don't think that you being on Instagram, you need to be half naked in order to get a rich man's attention. It's all about being classy. If I was to look at your profile, or if you were to look at your profile as a second person, how would you rate yourself? You get what I'm saying? You need to look classy online. Men will appreciate a woman that is online, well dressed. You don't have to be half naked, well dressed, hair done, looking cute, and would want to talk to you more than you being half naked. Being half naked on Instagram is not. It's so common that when a guy see a pretty girl dressed so nice and she's so fly, he wants to talk to her. You get what I'm saying? So the same way you package yourself offline is the same way you need to package yourself online. And that's what girls confuse. Don't be acting like a hoe online and thinking that, in person, and be thinking, in person, I'm not like that. Don't judge me off my profile. You will be judged based off of your online profile. So don't ever think in your mind that, I'm going to be a hoe, or I'm going to show that I'm always partying. I'm going to show my ass. I'm going to show me twerking. I'm going to show me in a thong. You will be judged online as well. So carry yourself the way you will want people to see you. Like, the way you want people to see you online is the way you need to carry yourself. Carry yourself with grace, class. You get what I'm saying? You know what's funny is a lot of girls are going to get offended by me saying that because some of you do dress like hoes online. That's why you're going to get offended. But I'm just telling you the truth. You know what I'm saying? Like, I'm going to just tell you the truth. Straight up. And that's the gag. That's really the gag. Some of y'all are going to be so upset at me because I'm saying the truth because y'all dress like hoes. You mad. But I'm telling you the truth for the betterment of yourself. You get what I'm saying? Like, if someone is telling you the truth, don't be mad. Just be like, you know what? She's right. I got to change up my profile. Let me change up my profile a little bit. That's why some of you get so mad that you attract guys that just want to sleep with you one night stand. Like for one night. You get what I'm saying? Don't be mad at me. Just change the way you dress. It's simple as that. Don't be mad that I'm telling you the truth. Like you say, some of you would say, it doesn't matter. Regardless if you dress classy, they're still going to come at you. They're still going to come at you a certain way. Well, they're going to come at you with respect. The way a guy comes at a woman who's dressed properly and like fashion, she's dressed fashionably, classy online, it's going to be different from you that dress like a hoe online. It's going to be completely different. So don't be mad at me. I hate when I say something that's the truth and then women get mad. Don't get mad that I'm telling you the truth. I'm Bestie next door. We're best friends. I'm just telling you the truth. Like, girl, you gotta, you gotta set them cookies up. That's it. I'm not trying to attack nobody. I'm not trying to bully nobody. I'm just telling you the straight up truth. You get what I'm saying? If you can hear my fan, it's because I'm hot and I'm always like, anytime I talk, I get really hot. So I need this fan on to like cool me down. So how do I unhold my closet? The way to unhold your closet is by throwing out all the whole shit. Simple. Unhold your closet by throwing out all the whole shit. All the shit that show your butt cheeks, all the shit that show too much, throw it the fuck out. You go shopping all the time. You know us women, we like to keep our clothes. Throw all that shit out. Go through your closet, make a pile and be like, you know what, this is some whole shit. Like, if I wear this is like gonna give me the wrong attention. You know what I'm saying? Like, this, I don't know why women think that going to the club, you have to be half naked. You don't have to be half naked going to the club. You can look good, wear shorts, show a little cleavage while you're going to the club, but you don't have to be half naked. So if you go through your closet and majority of your stuff is like see-through, it's showing your nipples, it's showing your ass, and you're trying to change that, then you need to throw that out or give it to somebody else. Give it to someone that's like, give it out. Just throw it away. That's how you unhold your closet. And slowly but surely, you'll start buying clothes that enhances your shape, but not make you look hoish. I hope you understand what I'm saying. Because it's not that you need to wear a turtleneck. Like, I'm not wearing, like, if my videos, I'm not wearing a turtleneck. I don't be wearing turtlenecks and all of that. I still be looking good, but I don't be looking like a hoe. You get what I'm saying? So first start with making those piles and making that decision that, okay, you know what? I really want to change the way I dress for 2024. I got to change my closet. All right, cool. I need to go through my closet. I need to throw out anything that has holes in it. I need to throw out anything that makes me look too hoish or anything that's too provocative, and I want to change my style. That's why I tell you guys to get the Guide to Level Up in Seduction. The Guide to Level Up in Seduction has so many pages on different types of styles. Because you got to identify your style first. You can't just say, I want to unhold my closet or I want to change up my wardrobe without identifying what your style is. Because you're going to be shopping blindly. So when you know what your style is, like, okay, I want to be more feminine. I want to be more classy. I want to be more casual. I want to be more chic. You'll be able to shop for those type of things. But you got to, first of all, identify your wardrobe. What is your style? What style are you aiming for in 2024? Get the guide to Level Up in Seduction. This will help you in changing your closet and dressing for your particular body shape and body type. How to ask a man for money you never met. You have to, first of all, it all depends on how often you talk to him. You have to be talking to him really often. You got to be like a pen pal to him. You have to make him feel that you guys are connected mentally and emotionally without even him seeing you. Because a man is not going to just send you money. He's not, you know what I'm saying? Men are not stupid. It's 2023. It's not like 2019, 2018, you know, where men was giving out money to girls easily. You have to be mentally, emotionally brain fucking him. Like you gotta be mind fucking him, emotionally mind fucking him. And when you're doing that and when you can control that, ooh, girl. Okay, can you be sarcastic around older men? Because one stopped talking to me because I joked around. Yo, I'm telling you, meow. Their humor is very, very different. And you know us young people, when we joke about certain things, it kind of makes them feel some type of way. So you got to be very, very careful about what you say. I am about to be 30 and I'm proud and I'm happy about that. I'm a millennial. I'm happy about that. So I don't know if you think that's an insult, but I'm going to be 30 soon. I'm in my late 20s. I'm going to be 30 soon, and I'm happy about that. I don't get it. I don't know when that became an insult of me maturing. That I am still young. I still have a whole life ahead of me. I'm about to be 30 soon, and I'm happy about that. So I don't get it. You're going to be 30 soon too. So what are you saying? I don't know why girls feel like like you telling me, oh, you're not young. I'm just going to feel some type of way. I'm not going to feel no type of way if you saying that. I remember when I was 18, I was dying to be 21. Let's calm down with the whole age shaming. Am I supposed to feel ashamed that I'm matured? You mean I'm matured? Like, I don't get it. Like, come on. I hate seeing those type of comments. Oh, you're old. I'm just looking like, all right. Is that the best you can say to me? Like, there's nothing else you can say. And what? You're not gonna be young forever. Exactly. And I feel like in your late 20s and 30s and 40s, like you could have more fun. You're more matured. Like, I'm not about to cry about it, Sadie, because the only thing you need to be crying about is those ashy ass ankles and that busted ass wig. That's what you need to be crying about. That ashy ass ankles and that busted ass wig. I'd be tit for tat with the married man. With tit for tat? No. You shouldn't do that. No, you shouldn't do that. I don't think there's no point in it. You're never gonna win tit for tat with a married man, sweetheart. No, because she over here trying to troll, and she talking behind her phone, and I can mute you, bitch. I can take your voice away right now. Matter of fact, let me do that. I'm not even gonna block you, bitch. I'm gonna just take your voice away because I'm that petty. You could sit here and watch my life if you want to. Little girl. You a little girl. So I'm gonna let you sit here and watch my life and be salty that you can't type with your ashy ass fingers and the shit behind your nails. You didn't even moisturize this morning. You didn't even probably brush your teeth this morning. You sitting there being TikTok fingers like, oh yeah, cry about it. You think you hurting me? You a little ass girl. Now I took your voice away. Sit in the comments and listen, bitch. Now listen. Now you can't talk no more. Now you can't talk no more, bitch. You can't talk no more, bitch. They be pissing me off. Next caller. Thank you. Next fucking caller. I love dealing with trolls. It makes my blood it makes me excited. Like, I get to curse somebody out today. Like, I go tell my man, like, yeah, I cursed somebody out on live today. I think I did good, babe. I did good. I held it down, babe. You see, now I need to drink some water. You're right. Thank you, love. Thank you for looking out, love. I need some water. Hold on, guys. I need some water. Shit was getting hot. I'm here enjoying my little Fiji water. This bitch is over here drinking tap water, being a TikTok gangster. I'm done. Okay, someone asks, how do I ask him to get me stocks instead of bags, flowers, and etc.? Right? You know the best thing to do? You don't need to ask him. You don't even need to ask him for that. If he's buying you bags, let him buy you bags that you know you can sell. Like you can sell a Chanel bag. A Chanel bag has value. So if he's buying you things that are worth that are asset, then sell it and buy stocks for yourself. You don't have to, you don't have to tell him your every move. Take money if he's buying you gifts and flowers and all these extra stuff, just ask him for some money and then buy stocks for yourself. You don't gotta tell him, oh babe, can you buy me stocks? Because you want to seem more smart. He's not gonna care about that. Take his money instead when he gives you money and invest in stocks for yourself, so you know that if that man walks away from you, you know you're still making money. You know you still got your own bag. Someone asked, any tips on losing over 100 pounds? Funny enough is I used to struggle with weight a lot, right? And I can't wait till I drop, because once I drop it, you guys are gonna see me 2024. I'm gonna be back to my regular, you know what I'm saying? But I gotta drop this baby first. But it's more about the food. You gotta cut out sugar. You gotta cut out fatty food. You gotta cut out, like, it's mostly your sugar and your intake. That's what I realized. Most times you gain weight is because you're eating too much. And sometimes you be like, I'm not even eating too much. I only eat once a day. But that once a day meal that you're eating is so much food. It's so much calories, right? So focus on your calories and try to be as active as possible. Try to remove sugar. I don't drink soda. I'm not a soda person. I don't like soda. I don't like red meat. I don't eat beef. I'm not a beef person. I don't like too much, like anything with too much sugar, remove it and try to exercise. Like I try to walk every day. Water diet is good. Water diet is good, but it's not sustainable. You know what I'm saying? Water diet is not sustainable. Right? So just more so focus on your calories and being active. Yes, I don't know if you guys can tell, but I am. How do you get married after 5 years of a relationship with him? Exactly. Don't even let him know that you're investing. No problem, love. Okay, how do you get married after 5 years of relationship with him? One thing I realized about relationships and men in general, and I think Steve Harvey said that, and I could kind of agree with him to a degree, is that a man is not going to marry you until he's ready. Like it has to align. And I feel like most times, us women are so focused on, is he gonna marry me? Is he gonna marry me? Instead of thinking about, are you even ready to be a wife? Are you ready to even be that committed to someone? You know what I'm saying? Are you ready to take that big step of, okay, having to have a man lead you? You know what I'm saying? For the rest of your life, like, okay, if your husband make a certain decision, you have to stand by it. So you got to think about that more. Like, am I even ready to be a wife? Like, really, really sit down with yourself and think about it to yourself. Like, yo, am I really ready to be a wife? Like, I want to be married, and I want someone to engage, to ask me to be their wife, and I want to be engaged, but am I really ready to be a wife? Like, am I ready to, stick it out? Because you got to understand that once you're a wife, you got to stick it out through tough times, and the best times and the tough times. You got to stick it out. You got to be a warrior as a wife. You get what I'm saying? Are you ready to start a family? These are things you got to think about for yourself as well. You know what I'm saying? So that's just my honest answer. My honest answer. I know that most of the time people on social media like to rush marriage, but I don't think it's something that needs to be rushed. You get what I'm saying? I know I'm not ready to be a wife. I want to fall in love with myself first. Yes. I think, yes, that's so important. Before becoming a wife, fall in love with yourself first. Fall in love with yourself first before becoming a wife. It's so important. Yes, it's so important. Really, really important. What if you're in a relationship with a man and you feel like he's still in a relationship with his BM? Next caller. That's why when you're getting into a relationship with a man with kids, you need to understand and know the dynamic between him and his baby mom. Don't go into any relationship with a man who has kids blindlessly like, oh, I love him. No. You need to be really clear on, okay, are you still fucking her? Are you in love with her? Is this one of your favorite exes that you had a kid with? I need to know all of that. Don't just date a man with kids aimlessly. Next question. Okay, what do you do when you have been ghosted by a man? You act like Casper too, bitch. You act like Casper too, bitch. You ghost him the fuck back too. Don't allow these men to play like Casper in your life, where he comes, he reappears, and he disappears, and I had this going on. Bitch, you ghost him too. He ghosting you, you ghost him too. Next caller. Simple as that. Stop wanting crumbs from men. Stop wanting crumbs. Like, don't want crumbs. If he's ghosting you, ghost him too. Like, don't talk. Next caller. Like, you don't even got to answer him no more. Because clearly he got a girlfriend or something going on. Like, most time, you got to understand something. You know what I realized too? And I really want to say this. You know what I realized? I realized this. You know, sometimes when a guy ghosts you, it's a blessing. It's really a blessing. Because it's teaching you how to be emotionally intelligent. And also, you never know, on the back end, he probably have a girlfriend. He probably got a girlfriend or a girl he's proposing to. He probably got one of those situations. So imagine if he didn't ghost you and he played with your heart and now you're emotionally tied to him. It's going to hurt you more. Knowing the fact that you gave him so much time, energy, and attention, and now you found out later on that he either got a girl pregnant or he got a wife or he got a girlfriend. So take it as a blessing. When a guy ghosts you, take it as a blessing. He's probably broke, got a girlfriend, or he got somebody pregnant. Cool. Take it as, you know what? That's cool. Open the door for him. Don't allow him to come back. Don't allow a guy to ghost you and keep coming back. Ghost you coming back. No. This is not hopscotch. This is not hopscotch where you keep coming in, coming out. No. No, sir. No, sir. You know what I'm saying? Okay, thoughts on age gap relationships with him being a parent and you not. Like, I don't consider you dating a guy that's like 8 years older than you as old. You get what I'm saying? But I consider like you being 20 and him being 45, that's old as fuck because he's old enough to be your father. So like when you were just born, he was 25. That's too freaking old. You get what I'm saying? So I feel like don't kill your youth with older guys. Don't kill your youth and don't get too emotionally attached with an older guy because you can't find somebody that is in the same generation as you. The guy can be older, but he don't got to be like 20 years older, 25 years older. Because I feel like people don't think about that. Imagine you're 20 and he's 45. Just think about it. When you were born, this man was 25 years old. He was already drinking, having sex in the club. Like, come on. But if you're dating someone that's like 7 years, 8 years, 9 years older, that's not considered old. You get what I'm saying? He's just older than you, but he's not old, like old. You know what I'm saying? He's not old, you know? But old is like, you 20, he's 45. What are you doing there? Like, what are you doing there? Some girls can do it, but I don't know. It's up to you. How to get confidence for starting your own business? That's a good question. You just got to think of it like this. If you were to die tomorrow, would you be happy with the things that you've accomplished now? You got to think about it like, what if? Like, you don't want to be 50, 60, 70 and think in your head like, damn, what if I started that business? Even if it don't work out, remember, failure is always redirection. So even if you fail, it's always going to be a redirection somewhere, somehow. Right? So when it comes to starting a business, you just got to just start it. Just do it. Don't think so much about if I fail. Because even if you do fail, you're learning and you're going to be redirected into a better direction. You get what I'm saying? You don't want to have that mind of when you get later in life and be like, damn, if I had started that business, I would have had this, I would have had that. Just trust the process. And I think that that's the one thing that a lot of new business owners don't understand. They look at the glams of other people who have the same business as them and think to themselves like, damn, why my business not moving like that? But they don't know the trials and tribulations that business owner that you're looking at, you don't know what they had to go through. So don't ever envy somebody else that has a business, that the same business idea you may have, and you be like, damn, why my business not moving? You got to trust the process. There's beauty in the process. You get what I'm saying? There's beauty in the process. Funny enough is there's so many creators that you could look at and be like, damn, this person got so much followers, but you don't know how many years they took into building that community, because nothing happens overnight. What is a good business to start right now? A good business to start right now is something that's online, something that you don't have to physically be there for it to work. Like, for example, you could be in Miami right now and you know you're making money in Miami because your business is online. Or anything that's online that doesn't require you to physically be at a location is what's going to be best. Because technology is really advancing right now. So it's best to not have to be committed to one location because of your physical business. I hope that makes sense. So I feel like do things that allows you to be mobile. Do you know the best thing of life? Freedom. Being able to wake up and do what you want to do, being able to go to where you want to go to, that's the best thing in life, freedom. Because we're all chasing money, but we're chasing the freedom that comes with money. That's really what it is. How to make a man fall in love with you. It's all about being seductive and being like, it's all about being seductive and just being peaceful, being a peaceful woman, being a woman that is not too, I don't know how to, girl, I feel like I've answered this question so many times that I don't even want to answer. I don't want to answer this question again and say something completely off from what I said before. Honestly, you're going to have to go to my YouTube channel and just, I got too much content there. So I really don't, like, me answering this question again is just like, all right, I've answered it so many times. I need some new questions. I need something that's refreshing. Like something that's like, oh, okay, let's talk about that. Now, how do you deal with a narcissistic man? You deal with a narcissistic man by, if you're going right, you tell him you're going left. You never let him know your plan. You never, ever let him know your plan. Because if you tell a narcissistic man your plan, he's going to change your whole plan and make you still stay with him. You shouldn't want him back. If he's gone for a reason. Next caller. Why are you asking how to make him fall in love with me? How do I get him back? He should be asking how to get you back. Not you asking how to get him back. Next caller. Next question, please. Okay, how do you handle jealous and envious friends? That's a good question. You have to isolate yourself from them. You have to isolate yourself from them because they do have something to offer you in a positive way. However, you have to just isolate yourself from them. I feel like a lot of women are scared to be alone when it comes to friends because, us women, when we have friends, we want to have somebody to call on the phone and talk to and tell our business to. But you got to be okay with telling your business to God. Sometimes not everything that's going on in your life your friend needs to know. Truth be told. That's the reason why you have friends that are envious and jealous of you because you tell them too much. You let them know too much about you. They shouldn't be knowing too much about you. It's not hard. Trust me. It's not hard at all. It's really not hard. That's the reason why they're envious of you because you tell them too much about you. Because they can't be envious and jealous of you if they don't know too much about you. And I'm going to say that again. Just in case people don't understand me or hear me, or I said it too fast. You can't have jealous and envious friends if you don't tell them too much. If they don't know too much about you, they don't have no reason to be jealous and envious of you at all. The problem is that you tell them too much. You tell them every good thing happening in your life. You tell them too much. You're telling them. You're giving them a reason to be envious and jealous of you. And the moment you start sensing that, you distance yourself from them. Simple as that. K-Max, it is true. It is true. Because if you are elevating yourself and you are isolating yourself from a friend, you wouldn't even be able to see that friend is jealous and envious of you because you're isolating yourself. You're elevating. You wouldn't be able to see it. But most of the time, you want to bring your friend with you. You want to tell your friend, yeah, girl, I just got a new job. Or, yeah, girl, I'm thinking about starting a new business. You get what I'm saying? Yeah, K-Max, you have a point. Sometimes you don't have to do anything and they will still be jealous of you. However, but when you're so occupied with what you got going on, you're not even going to know or care too much about them being jealous because they're not in your energetic field. You don't allow their energy to contaminate your energy because they're not, you don't even allow it. You don't even allow them to contaminate your energy at all because you're so occupied with what you got going on and the good things you got going on. But the problem is that we like to share our news so much with our friends and you don't need to. You get what I'm saying? You don't really need to. It's almost like driving a car. You're not going to crash your car if you're focused on where you're going to and you're watching your lane. But if you're driving a car and you're so busy looking you're looking at the next driver, you're looking at the other driver, you're looking at the driver behind you, of course you're going to crash your car. Of course, you're going to crash because you're not focused on your own lane. If you're focused on your own lane, you're not going to hear any jealousy or envy that's on the side, the left, behind you. You're not going to hear any of that. You get what I'm saying? Okay. What is the earliest age you recommend getting into the dating scene specifically for money? I think like 21, 22. I think the earlier the better because you want to make sure by 25 you're getting more serious with your relationships. Because 25 is like you're getting to that age where you're becoming a woman. So I feel like 21 is good, but by 25 you need to be more intentional with your relationships by 25. Yes, Maya, it's going to be on YouTube. What do you think about 40-year-old man still living with his parents and asking you out? Next caller. That means his priorities is not straight. How can a 40-year-old man be asking you out and not be worried about his living situation and his priorities? That's why I don't trust broke men, because it's like, how could you be chasing women instead of chasing your dreams and aspirations and becoming a better man for yourself? Any guy that is sitting there in a fucked up situation and he's sitting there chasing women and asking you on dates, but not thinking about his future and how to be a better man, you gotta run away from that man, honestly. How do you get into dating scene as a late bloomer? If as a late bloomer, you need to be intentional. Like, what do you want? Do you want to be married? Do you want to be in a serious relationship? Or do you want a transactional relationship? You got to be very intentional. Be very, very intentional. When it comes to dating in general, you have to be that's why I always say, like, never blindly go into anything. Always know exactly what you want, because when you know exactly what you want, you have the power. But when you start dating without no intention, you have no direction, that's when shit start getting messy. It really starts getting messy. This goes for dating older guys. This goes for everything. Dating a guy your age. This goes for in general. Dating in general. Always be intentional. What do you want? What do you want from this particular person that you're seeing? I want to be married to him. Okay. I want to be in a relationship. Okay. I want him to pay my bills. Okay. It's fine. Just be intentional. Ali asks, what's about sneaky links that spend on you? It's all about you, Ali, to be honest. It's not a bad thing. You know, some people would say, oh, know your worth, know your value, blah, 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 blah. That's all cute and all, but we live in the real world. After we all exit from our phone and exit from the social media, we all live in the real world. It's all about what you want. What do you want? Are you happy with your sneaky link and you're okay? Are you not attached to him? If you're not emotionally attached and it's not affecting you, then why not enjoy the ride? Enjoy the ride. Like, don't feel like, oh, you know how sometimes some creators talk about, oh, sneaky links are bad, you shouldn't do that. No, bitch, no. Because you was once a sneaky link before. Stop playing. Like, these girls be acting like they so perfect and preppy. No, bitch, you was a sneaky link before too. Like, let's stop acting like that. So just do what makes you happy. Do what you feel. Do what you feel at the time makes sense. But the moment you start getting attached to your sneaky link and you don't want to be attached anymore is when you got to get going. You get what I'm saying? But if it makes sense for you right now, it makes sense. Yeah, Ali, they're sitting here blowing air, talking about some, oh, you need to be married. No, it's never that serious. Let's stop acting like real life don't happen. That's one thing about me. I'll come on here. People may not agree with what I say. Some people may say I'm bullying. Some people may say whatever they want to say. But one thing I'm going to do is tell you the truth. I'm going to tell you real life shit. I don't have time to be sitting here pretending like, oh, all of you need to get married. Some of you may not want to be married. Some of you may not want to be a girlfriend or wife. Some of you just may enjoy being a sneaky link and collecting money. That's up to you. You get what I'm saying? It's all up to what you want. But again, it's all about being intentional. Be intentional with what you want. Be intentional. Have the intent of, okay, I want this, I want that. Don't go in blindsided. Like, oh, I wanted a relationship, but he made me a sneaky link. That's wrong. Because if you wanted a relationship and he's making you a sneaky link, then clearly you got to go. You get what I'm saying? For real, I really live by my name, Bestie Next Door. I'm not about to sit here and be lying to y'all about nothing. Be intentional. That's it. Be intentional. Just be intentional. Cookie, they want to say hi to you. Say hi to them. They're saying hi to you. All right, guys, so I'm going to end this episode here. You know, guys, I like to leave you guys on a high note. So if you're watching on TikTok or YouTube, thank you for watching. If you're listening on Spotify, Google Podcasts, thank you for listening. As I mentioned before, the Guide to Level Up and Seduction is officially out. You can find it in the link in my bio or on the description or in the description box. The link in my bio in all my social medias. It could be Instagram, TikTok, and YouTube as well. You'll find the link there. Until we meet again.